Tēnā koutou katoa and welcome to this week's news update on KiwiTV. In this bulletin, Auckland plays host to the opening of the Rugby World Cup. Urewera terrorist charges drop but still no apology. A new tree on the cards for Auckland's iconic One Tree Hill. A mass haka flash mob take over the Sydney Opera House. And a Kiwi-born giraffe sets sail for Melbourne. Kia ora, I'm Jace Olsen. New Zealand showed its face to the world in a spectacular Rugby World Cup opening ceremony that featured music, haka, dance and of course football. Eden Park in Auckland was the stage for the half-hour ceremony, with the tournament's first match between the All Blacks and Tonga welcoming the world to the country. It began with the Māori myth of separation of the earth and sky, after which large sails portrayed the arrival of travellers from all four corners of the globe. After a giant World Cup was wheeled out, the tournament's anthem World in Union rang out in a vibrant finale with the All Blacks kicking off their World Cup campaign with an emphatic win against Pacific neighbours Tonga 41-10. Those arrested in the biggest anti-terror raids in New Zealand's history will not be getting an apology even after charges against 13 of them have now been dropped. About 300 armed police were involved in the nationwide operation, which mostly focused on the Ureweras, with the 4-year legal battle that following costing taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars. In light of Rugby World Cup fever, haka flash mobs have been fast becoming the talk of the town over the past weeks. This time was Sydney's turn, with the flash mob swarming the steps of the Sydney Opera House in Circular Quay. The large group of Māori, Pākehā and Pacific Islanders joined forces as a group rushed onto the steps of Sydney's iconic landmark. Surprised onlookers cheered as the mob performed the kapa o pango and kamate hakas, dedicating their performance to the victims and survivors of 9/11, Japan floods, Christchurch earthquake and the Queensland floods. After several minutes, the mob vanished as quickly as they appeared.
We dedicated to Saka for 9/11 10 years ago, and also to the Brisbane floods and to our whanaunga, the Christchurch earthquakes.
A new tree for Auckland's iconic One Tree Hill is back on the agenda after the government announced plans to return some local landmarks back to local iwi. The Monterey pine, planted in the 1870s, survived the harsh windblown conditions for more than 125 years before it was attacked with a chainsaw by Māori activist Mike Smith. Plans were previously blocked by iwi to replace the tree that was cut down in 2000 until they reached a Treaty of Waitangi settlement with the Crown. Plans to replant 6 trees at a dawn ceremony in 2002 were stopped when Ngāti Whātua Māori Trust Board Chairman Sir Hugh Kawharu notified the Auckland City Council that the local tribe was unable to attend the ceremony. New Zealand is set to lose one of its tallest citizens to Australia. Jelani the giraffe will make the week-long voyage to Australia in a specially designed 4.2 metre high crate bound for his new home among the rhino and zebra at Melbourne's Werribee Open Range Zoo. The placid 18-month-old giraffe, born in Auckland, was driven through the streets and is destined to join a regional breeding program. Jelani won't be travelling light though on his journey. Among his luggage are toys, medical supplies and huge containers of food with 2 vets on hand. That brings us to the end of another week. That's the latest from the KiwiTV news desk. I'm Jace Olsen. Until next time, ka kite anō.